Hello friends, this is Kajal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a short tutorial for people who have interest in sketching and are at beginner's level. So I'm gonna do this sketch for you guys and tell you how you would proceed with this step by step. So first of all, to draw it accurately, we're gonna make a grid on it. For that, either you can print the picture and draw a grid on it or use any grid viewer app on mobile phone like I did. Now, draw the same dimension grid on your paper with a suitable aspect ratio. Start drawing the details of the portrait with a light hand. Make sure the drawing isn't too dark and cover as many details as possible. As we are done outlining the features, let's begin shading with this part. Since this part is all dark, we will fill it using a 2B pencil, which is darkest of the lot. I have used a soft cloth to merge it. You can also use a tissue or a paintbrush instead. Now let's start shading this part of the mask. Remember to erase the grid local to that part before you start to shade it. As you can see in the reference, start with a comparatively darker shade, maybe with a HB grade pencil, and cover the darker part. Shift to a lighter pencil, maybe an H pencil, to shade the rest of the part. To merge it properly, we will give a middle shade in between. Now blend it with a soft cloth, starting from the lightest shade. As I said before, you can even use a paintbrush or a tissue as well to merge it. Use an eraser at the end in order to highlight the white part. Remember, for a portrait to turn out realistic, along with the features, you have to equally concentrate on the contour areas like the shadows and the highlights. Erasers work best for the highlights in the sketch. You can also use a white charcoal pencil to do the job. And shadows are portrayed with a darker shade. As beginners, we tend to fill it all with bigger strokes. Try not to do that. It just makes the sketch look messy, as with big strokes, it becomes difficult to merge smoothly. You should shade with small to and fro uniform motions and try to maintain the same direction of shading confined to that particular part. Now similarly, we will quickly shade rest of the mask using all these tips. Now let's do the eye. This is my most favorite part of any portrait. Remember, shape of the eye should be perfect. While doing the eye, always start with the eyeball. Also pay attention to the whites in the eye. There's not much shading in there. Use sharp pointed pencils for such detailed areas. If you use blunt pencils, it won't work. We will leave the eyelashes for now to do it at the end. While doing eyebrows, create a fine outline for it and consider the direction of the eyebrow hair when you start giving small strokes to it. Because direction of the hair is important to make it look realistic. There's a lot of shadow in things like the white of the eye, and there is some subtle shadings around the eye. Don't miss that. It's important to see how the values change in the reference picture and replicate them in our sketch. Try to be extra cautious when you shade features like nose, lips, and mustache because they majorly define how your end result is going to look like. Make sure their shapes are exact. You can shade all these features at once and merge them all together later. As the hair in this portrait is all dark, you can just fill in there with the darkest shade, or you can also use a hard charcoal pencil to give a better contrast. This hair doesn't need to give strokes and makes our job easier. And once all the shading is done, let's do the eyelashes and we are all set to go. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Hope you liked it. Do try it and let me know your feedback in the comment section. Do subscribe to my channel for more such videos.